Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So this video is kindly sponsored by Euro RC. They reached out to me again, and I picked a Monster Beetle this time because, as we all know, it's an absolute classic from the Tamiya history timeline. So again, massive thank you to Euro RC. They can be found on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and obviously their website. I'll put a link to their website in the description. They do all things RC, not just Tamiya, and superb service. They've also given us a promo code which is valid till the end of the year, which is 5% off. So if you are buying kits, go to Euro RC and use that promo code. Now the promo code is JustRC7. Again, I'll put that link in the description. But use that, get 5% off and save some cash. It's every little helps, as they say. So just before we get into this, they also sent us this really cool hat. Now, not in this video, but in a video coming soon, I'll do a little competition giveaway. I'll get some little prizes together. We've got some Euro RC decals as well, and I'll put some of my own stuff on. We'll mix it up and we'll do 3 little prizes. We'll ask a couple of basic questions, but I'll put that video out in the future. So let's get into this. So this is a Tamiya kit that needs no introduction. I think everyone knows the Monster Beetle. So this was originally out in 1986 on part number 58060. So it was Tamiya's 60th RC buggy. Now unfortunately this is obviously not the original. This is a 2015 re-re. Now the part number for this is 58618. A few changes from the original, which we'll talk about in this video. So yeah, this is just, I'm going to call it an unboxing video. It's basically just to show you some bits and bats on it, and just a quick talk of what I'm planning to do with it, because I have got some decent-ish plans for this, including taking it to the Tamiya Legends Arena track. Now I know it's not going to go around like the 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive buggies, but I think it could be a little bit of fun if we can get the suspension correct and what have you. Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be fun. And also I want to talk about the diff, because I know the comment section will be full of "you've got to have an MIP ball diff." I'm going to disagree with you slightly, but I will explain why. So let's get into this bad boy. So as always, let's talk about the box art. Absolutely stunning again from Tamiya. Yeah, the changes have been made from the original, which, as I say, we'll talk about. This particular kit comes obviously with the normal orange sticker we get. It comes with the TBL 2 speedo and a 540 motor. Not too sure if it's a torch. I'm pretty sure 2015 it'll just be a bog standard 540. No bearings in the kit, but this particular model, I think it takes about, I think there's only about 10 bearings in the whole kit. 8 of the standard, I think it's 1150s, and then 2 small ones in the gearbox. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 bearings in the kit. So we've got all that, so we will be definitely fully bore racing it. So just before we get into it, the differences that I know of. Now, this is off the top of my head, guys, so I've not done any research on it. So there will be other stuff, and I maybe get some stuff wrong. The body shell itself, in fact, we'll talk about that later because I'll drag it out. So how it looks visually, obviously the re-re comes with the bright light Roadmaster spotlight decals. The original were the daylighters with a smiley face, so completely different. Quick look, what else we got? This Major Pro up here. That was, what was that? That was BF Goodrich on the original. Down here where we've got this red Tamiya, that was Weber carbs. What else we got? Still has a gold wheel, spiked tyres. The windscreen, the whole windscreen unit is completely different. The re-re has no back window in it. I think it's the same shell, and I might be wrong. I think it's the same shell as the re-re, the Sand. Oh my god, that's terrible, isn't it? Sand Scorcher. But it might have even been before that. The first Beetle body might have been the Beetle Blitzing. What was it? Blitzing Blazer, you know, the black and orange Beetle. Can't remember whichever that was the first one that Tamiya did. That's the mould that they followed on with all the other Beetles bodies. So it's got a couple of extra holes in front and back for where it mounts. But not on this car, but the holes are still there. So the biggest thing missing is the rear windscreen, but again, for me, that's no biggie at all. Yellow CVA shocks are standard. There will be other decals that have changed. I know the speed disc on here is something else on the original, but in true Tamiya style, they do the shapes and the colours the same as the original, but obviously it's just the writing that changes. Right, so let's get the lid off this. Right, absolutely no special packaging. Just a standard sort of new Tamiya stuff. What I'm not going to do, as what I'm doing recently, I'm not even taking the things out because I can't get it all back in. But what I am going to just do now is I'm just going to whip these parts out so I can get this shell out. So as you can see, the shell comes in red already. So for anyone who really dislikes painting, you can get away with just putting the decals on it. It's not something I'd do. I'd always blast it over with some, what is the colour? TS8 Italian red, I believe. Again, could got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same TS paint as the Clodbuster and Subaru. So the good thing is we've got that paint here. Great detail. With it being a hard body, you get all the options or the opportunity to put some detail on. Window surrounds, window wipers, there's chrome mirrors with it. The spotlight section, it's pretty cool. Now, a little bit of a nerdy fact. This is way thinner plastic than the original was. Just while I remember, that's the two holes. Now, if you know the Sand Scorcher, then you know that there's a big metal bracket that bolts down on those two holes, which then clips onto the roll bar, which holds it on. So yeah, so those two holes are not used on this car. Mounting holes, one either side at the back and then just a centre one at the front, and again two holes in the front but only one used. What else is there? So yeah, as I said, the plastic is way different from the original. Now, interesting nerdy fact, the early original Monster Beetles came in white, the body shells. So you could obviously prime them up in white and spray them red. And then not too further down the line from 86, in 87, they went to red plastic. Not too sure why, but if you've got a new in-box early one and you've got the white body, then that's a pretty cool thing to have. The window unit, as I was saying, the original was four sides, so you got your back window as well. Whereas here you just get your front and your sides. Got some neat little front and back lights as well, which you can do the detail on. And then finally you get this section. So obviously that's the front of the Beetle. You've got your window wipers that you can paint. And it's a nice touch because it's not decals. You can actually get these silver and paint them up nicely. Detail on the lights to go on. Obviously we've got the driver unit, steering wheel. That's the number plates. So although it's quite what I would class an easy hard body, you know, it's no Subaru brat, but there is still a fair bit of work in it. But again, what are we into now? I've done the Subaru, the Blackfoot in hard bodies, so I've got the Clodbuster to do, but this will jump the queue now before the Clodbuster. So let's talk about what my plans are for this. I'm going to get it built pretty quickly from start to finish, get the electrics in it and get it ready to run. I'll do it in different videos, so the next one will be the full chassis build with the electrics in it. Then the next video after that will be the full body shell because, as I said, there is a fair bit of work in that. And then why I'm in a rush is I want to get it to the track. Winter's coming here, the temperatures have really dropped. Snow is not a million miles away. I think once we get snow on that BMX track, sorry, Tamiya Legends Arena, then it's game over for that. I've not had a car there in about 8 weeks, so I'm trying to rush it so I can do it. And I'd also like to do, when winter does come, a snow video with a Monster Beetle. I think with the white backdrop and a few jumps over snow, because it's so bright red, vibrant red with the gold wheels, I think we'll get some pretty class footage if I'm honest. So yeah, and probably a basic running video as well, just to rip it around, set it up on some tarmac and stuff, and then get it on some loose surface kicking up some dust and stuff. But again, temperatures, weather conditions are against us. But so I'm in a rush with this one. I have everything here. I've got full bearing set for it. I have the paint. So we don't want anything. We can get straight into this, which is really cool. There is a motor in there. It's a standard 540. Now, what I'm planning to do is put the sports tuned in at 23 turn brushed. That's an original one as well. I think that'll be good enough. The last time I ran the Monster Beetle, which was a 2016 we just used a standard 540 TBLE or 2S on 2S, and it ran great, if I'm honest. You know, they don't break any speed records, but they're not supposed to. And I had absolute fun with it. I took the Tamiya Legends ramp out, which I'm going to do with this at some point, get some slow motion jumping and landing shots. So yeah, I'm not planning on doing that, but that brings us on to the next thing, which is the diff. Now, the gearbox is weak. It's renowned for being weak, and there's I think it's about 80 and 90 Canadian dollars, which is about 45 to 50 quid. So there's an MIP ball diff, but as I say, it's an extra 50 quid. Now, what I want to do with this, when I did the Blackfoot video, there were loads of comments, oh, you can't run that, you'll have to put the diff in. I disagree. On motors like this, 540 and even a sports tune, I think this will run quite happily. Now, if I'm wrong, I'll come back on here and I'll say I'm wrong. But it's when you start overpowering them, then you've got to go to the diff. I haven't got a problem with that. But if you're going to put quite a tasty brushless system in, or maybe even something like the BZ, the Superstock BZ 23 turn motor, you know, it kicks out an extra 5,000 RPM from this thing. I think you might be getting to the limits of the gearbox on that. So what I want to do is I want to put that to the test. As I say, sports tuned on 2S, well, and we'll rag it around. If that gearbox gives up on the first couple of runs, you know, we'll order the MIP and we'll put a bit more. We're going to order that anyway, if I'm honest, because I've never had one. And it will allow me to put a little bit more hotter motors in here. But again, you don't have to try to break speed limits with something like this. You know what I like with hard bodies, a couple of rolls, it's game over, the paintwork's trashed, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's a future project in itself. What else is, I think that's about it really. Just really looking forward to it. It's something I was going to buy anyway. And I know it's, oh, you're saying that now, he's got it for nothing. No, I was going to buy it. I've got all my winter kits are here, and I was looking for something that I can run in the snow. I was looking at the Clodbuster downstairs, which isn't mine, but we're doing a full restoration on it. I was thinking maybe we could get the electrics of that and get that ripping, but that again, that's not mine, and I don't want to damage it. And two-wheel drive buggies are a waste of time. All the ones that I've run in the snow. 4-wheel drive buggies you can get away with, but to make a running video in the snow, it's just, the whole video is just made up of tiny little snippets of when you've actually got it spinning around and it's moving. Rest of it's just stupid wheel spins and stuff. Whereas, again, this is going to be difficult to make, but I just think it's going to look absolutely epic, if I'm honest. But anyway, that's just me. So yeah, straight after this video, I'm going to get cracking and get that chassis built. I'm really hoping, and now I can't remember from memory when I did the... yeah, and also, this is not my first 2015 Beetle. I think I've certainly built one from new for my last collection. I think I've actually built two. But I can't remember for the life in me if the yellow CVAs has actually got adjustable pistons in them, because I really want to get the suspension working on this. You know, if you know the Blackfoot and even the 2016 Blackfoot, it's pretty solid and it's difficult to get that suspension set up. This could be that standard sort of metal shock rod that's just got the weld on the top, so there's actually no piston holes in it. I'm hoping the shocks are not them. I'm hoping we're going to get a variety of holed pistons, and then as I'm doing it, I'll play about with it, because I just want to make it softer and be able to. It's about slow motion, isn't it? You want to see it actually bouncing. Well, not bouncing. You want to see it not bouncing, and the dampers working and everything moving correctly. So yeah, a little bit of work to do on that. Anyway, I will shut up. I think I've said everything on that now. So guys, a massive thank you to EuroRC. Don't forget to check the description, link to their website with that 5% promo discount code. Use it, it's worth it. So yeah, a massive thank you to EuroRC, and a massive thank you to you guys who watch and support the channel. It's massively appreciated. If you're not aware, we do have a Patreon option where you can, for the price of a small coffee every month, you can support the channel with as much as you actually, a little or as much as you actually want. Again, that's in the about section should you want to check that out. I do extra things for the Patreons, there's extra videos, and basically everything I do in real time goes on Patreon, and then we make videos like this. So guys, I will shut up now. Thanks so much for watching, it's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us, and if you do that, smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. And as always guys, happy RCing.